Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Muse Tarot, yeah, by Chris Ann. I didn't see a website for this, but it is by Hay House. Over here on the side, I think you can see that. So if you look up Hay House or you look up Chris Ann with the Muse Tarot, I'm sure you'll find stuff for her. I know she's pretty popular lately. Supportive Oracle Cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stephanie DeMarco. Stacy DeMarco. There is a website, rockpoolpublishing.com.au, which is down here at the bottom. So if you want to search her out, go ahead and do that, and you'll find what you're looking for. All right, what do we have for Cancer? Okay. Cancer. Okay. So, it's like the before and after is what I'm already getting with this. Pharaoh, come here. When this starts, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. But you also have the Five of Swords, too. Which, the two of those together is kind of like, it's as good as it's going to get. So I'm just going to enjoy it for that. We got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the materials, and you've got the Five of Voices, which is swords. It's kind of like, this is as good as it gets. This is literally as good as it gets, so I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. It's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not really that exciting, that great, but this is as good as it gets, so might as well enjoy it for what it is. You also have this card here, Wisdom. Kind of like, I'm not expecting too much. I'm just going to be thankful for what I have. It's kind of like, you're showing up for dinner, and you're like, it's not that great, but they got a basic meat there. They got some green beans that didn't have anything on them, and then maybe they made some rice. And you're like, hey, at least I'm eating. It doesn't taste that great. It's kind of bland, but hey, we're eating. We're getting nourishment. We're fed for the day. So we're thankful for that. That's kind of how this feels. Like, we're thankful for that. We got that. We're thankful for that. Because quite frankly, that's as good as it gets. I don't know. I feel like I keep getting that's as good as it gets here. At least we got that. Now, between you and whoever this is, you got the masculine nourishment, which is curious with the analogy I just gave, and the Ace of Swords. So I'm getting this very restrictive communication, and I feel like not only are you feeling like, well, this is as good as it gets, somebody's almost like pushing that on you, like, you're lucky you got that. Like, they're giving you that attitude. Like, yeah, I gave you something good here. I gave you got all three, you got the starch, you got the vegetable, you got the meat, you got the whole thing. You're welcome. Like, I feel like that type of energy's there. Like, yeah, you got everything. It's very restrictive, very kind of like, demand. It's a little bit demanding. I don't always get that with the masculine card. That has a lot of different flavors for me anyway when I read it. But I'm getting like, there's a bit of an emotional boundary, or like just trying to control a situation. It feels like it's controlled, but there is a lot of communication. But I feel like you're honoring it. You're like, I know, thank you. Yes, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for the whole meal. Thank you very much. We were hungry. We needed it. And you're just kind of like, yes, thank you. I'm not arguing anything. I think you're right. Thank you for it. And you're like, you're not pushing back. You're like, yeah, I know. It's fine. I'm thankful. Thank you. The thing is, it hits fruition here. Something's up with this energy that you're dealing with. There's a change going on here. And I'm trying to figure out where it's going. But you got fruition. It's kind of like, this is like, it's almost like the writing on the wall. Something is about to change here. I got all these cards face down. No. The tarot cards I put out, this card fell out, and it is trust. This person, like, they're venting on you. Oh, they're venting on you. But they need your help, I think. I think this person needs your help. And it's very weird to me. Because again, it's as good as it gets, so I better be thankful for that. Like, I'm thankful for what it is. It's as good as it gets. It's not the greatest, but it's as good as it gets. So it's almost like that bland meal. That was their way of trying to win you over. This might be a peculiar person. I'm just kidding. They just might be that peculiar person anyway. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why you're okay with it. Because you're like, yeah, even the way they're acting at me now, this is them trying to be nice. Like, this is literally them trying to be nice to you. And I think you know that. You're like, yeah, they're a little off. They just always are. And this is their effort to be nice to me, which it is what it is. But you see it for what it is. That's the thing here. That's the angle. You're like, no, they're trying to be nice. Like, this is them trying to actually be nice to me. I think that's another reason where you're like, you know what, this is as good as it gets. They're trying to be nice to me. They're trying to. They also need your help because they're going through something where they got the Tower, the Awakening, which I believe is Judgment, and Justice. They got a lot of major arcana hitting them all at once. Something is starting to come apart for them. Something is starting to come apart for them, and I feel like they're having a hard... This is all face down when it happens. You don't see this happening. They don't tell you until they feel safe, because they're having a hard time. The Tower is like that shock. Judgment is Judgment. Like, they're getting... It's like a judge... It's kind of like when I see Judgment in this situation, it's kind of like the judge hitting the gavel. Like, this is what's happening. This is where that's going. Whether it's fair or not, I feel like that's subjective at this point. Because I don't think that's where we're going. We're just saying judgment has been rendered. This will now happen. Now you're going to pay that fine. Now you're going to spend this jail time. Like, something like that. Like, judgment has been rendered. Here's your outcome. That's it. We're not discussing it. We're not negotiating anymore. Judgment has been rendered. And then they got that last card there, the Justice. Justice with Judgment, it's kind of like... I don't know. It just seems like, the universe is saying this is supposed to happen this way. Justice is served. It makes me really uncomfortable. Kind of gives me the hiccups. So, I don't know if it's going to look like to you that justice was served, but the universe seems to be pushing like, no, justice was served. I don't know. I don't know these people. That's just a general read. Take it where you want to go, because it feels really like unsettling to me. Kind of like, are you sure? That's how it's coming through. It is a general read, so take it subjectively. This person needs help. They got the Queen of Emotions, which is the Queen of Cups. And it comes right in with the Trust card. These were face down. They're going to need your help to get out of this. They're going to need your help to get out of this. And they're not going to say anything until they feel like they can trust you with the information, because I don't think they want everybody knowing this. I think they're very private about it. You know what's ironic about this person? I think they're loyal. They may be a bit rough around the edges. They may be kind of like... They may be as cuddly as a porcupine. But they're very loyal. But they're loyal like a dog. I love dogs, by the way, so I hope that doesn't sound bad. Like, dogs are very loyal. The thing is, they just may be as cuddly as a porcupine. That's what I'm also getting at the same time. Like a porcupine dog. Like, you don't want to like get too close because they're going to get you. You can't really cuddle with a porcupine, in my opinion. But they're loyal. I do feel like this person is loyal. I do. Cuddly as a porcupine, what can I say? Page of Pentacles with what? Materials as Pentacles. With faith. They have to open up to you. You can't do anything for them until they open up to you. They have to tell you what's happening. And I feel like they're going to kind of inch towards it. You literally might have to say to this person, if you're having trouble, tell me. I'm here for you. If you don't want anybody to know, nobody has to know. It could just be between you and me. Let me know what's going on. It could be just between you and me. Tell me what's going on, and I'll see what I can do to help you. Just, you got to tell me what's going on first. I almost feel like for a lot of you, this could be somebody elderly. I don't know why. I know a lot of younger people that are that way too, but I don't know. That might hit specifically for somebody kind of like... And I think the reason we're saying that is because, I know for me anyway, when you have somebody that's older or elderly, you're kind of like, well, if they don't want me to know, it's not my business to pry, because it kind of feels disrespectful. But there are ways to kind of like open the door, like, if you want to tell me, I respect your privacy and it will stay just between us. So sometimes you need to say that because it gives them that added boost of confidence, like, okay, yeah, I really do have something to get off my chest. Again, remember, cuddly as a porcupine. Remember that. Because when they do tell you, you're going to have to tell them, like, listen, I can help you, but I'm also going to need so and so and so and so. I will tell them to keep it to themselves, but I am going to need some other people to help me out with this. I can't do this all by myself. You need some help. You do. I can't do it all by myself. I wasn't born with an S on my shirt. I can't leap a tall building in a single bound. I can't do that. I don't have x-ray vision. I don't got that. I'm going to have to get some help here. And you're going to help this person change their circumstances. You're going to have help, though. You're going to have help. Just tell them. Tell them beforehand, like, all right, I'm going to have some help, but I will tell those people to keep it to themselves, and I'll make sure they're respectful to that before I do that. But we can fix this. This can go better, but you got to trust me to let me get these people going and get these people involved. And change will happen. Two of Pentacles, things will stabilize. Things are going to have to be rearranged. The position this other person is in, I don't feel like they have a place to stand where they can really go against the grain on this. When you say this is what we got to do, I feel like you have a lot of research and you have a lot of reasons behind it. You're going to be like, well, this is happening and that is happening. If we want out of this, we got to go here. To go here, this is what we got to do. You're not going to force them, but you're going to be like, this is our easiest way forward. I don't know what's going to happen if we don't do this. If we do this, we can get this outcome, which is much better for you. And you're going to explain it to them. You're going to do what you have to do. And I'm getting better decisions made forward with the Two of Pentacles. It feels like a lot of long-term decisions, even though I know it's the Two of Pentacles and it's like weighing decisions, and there is a lot to weigh here. But I'm getting a lot of like working, moving. We make this decision, we stick with it. Okay, we're going down this road. Now we're faced with a new decision, and when we make that decision, we're going to stay with that for a long time as well. So we're making our way down the path, but when we start down a new leg of the journey, we're that much more deeply committed to it. This is the only way this person's going to move forward. I don't know why it sounds so desperate like that, but it's kind of like they're not going to move. I feel like they're kind of stuck on their own. This will change the dynamic between you and this person. It's a good dynamic. I still get that cuddly as a porcupine thing. I don't think that's a negotiable, and I think you know that. But they're going to have their own way of showing their appreciation, and I think you're going to get more used to that. This is somebody who kind of leaves, like, this is somebody who kind of like comes over to your house and like brings you food and just like, here you go, I brought this for you, and they just leave, and you realize that's a thank you. It may be something you don't even like, but you're understanding like that's a thank you. And you're like, all right, I don't like that, but I know somebody who does, so I will pass that along to somebody else who does like that. But you'll get it. You're like, okay, not the best thank you, but still a version of a thank you that I can live with. Cuddly as a porcupine. I just love that analogy. That's funny to me. Okay, are we good? I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral.com. Also, a couple people every now and then tell me they'd like to leave a tip. They don't really want a reading, so I've left that information now in the information below. Thank you very much, and you have a good day.